And happy Thanksgiving from Percival Molson Stadium. It's Alouettes Flightdeck Live. I'm Tim Capper along with Cliffy D. Pine. Happy Thanksgiving, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving. And happy for everybody here at Percival Molson Stadium this afternoon because they got to witness not a turkey, but rather a feast. A feast of points, a feast of touchdowns, a feast of victory for the Montreal Alouettes.
That's right. The Alouettes knocked off the Ottawa RedBlacks 29-3, shutting them out again in the first half. Something the Alouettes have not done since 1976, shutting up an opponent out in 2 straight games at half. That's
at the half. That's incredible. Just 0 points. Wow. Just wow. And it's funny too because the Alouettes didn't start off super hot.
No,
but once they got things figured out, they kept on rolling. And we're talking about offense, defense, like both sides of the football were really, really impressive today.
The first half itself, it was really so. I don't know if it wasn't really shades of last week in Ottawa, but had quite a few similarities in a way. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, besides the Ottawa and offense. So, but yeah, it's again, it didn't start off that well for the Owls. Owls, we have a new kicker this week. Because David Cote is on had a 1 game off, so It didn't start off so well for the Alouettes, but, they did what they needed to do. And mind you, this is also, while it is just raining here at Percival Molson, I'm still in my gear, and I'm going to have to bring out a couple of items of clothing for sure when I get home.
Yeah, no, Jose Maltos came into the game, replacement of David Cote. Was not perfect, unfortunately, but still managed to, I think, notched 2 field goals, 2 rouges, essentially, because of 2 missed field goals. But we're going to chalk it up to first game with the Alouette jitters. He did – technically not first game because he did play that preseason game where he did kick the walk-off field goal in Ottawa.
Yeah, that's true.
So we know he can kick the ball. We know that he's got the talent. Maybe it's just the fact that because of the ramifications for this game as well, because Montreal had to win this game in order to stay on pace, stay ahead of Hamilton in the race to secure second place here. So.
Yeah, and Percival Molson's pretty good when it comes to retaining or getting rid of the water. It doesn't really retain much. So, maybe they were a little bit of an aspect with that, with his kicking this week. I don't know, but, it is what it is. He was able to get back on track in the second half. Was able to kick his first ever, Alouettes field goal.
Official Alouettes field goal, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. So, but he was able to get on it. But other than that, though, Cliff, what can we talk about? And obviously, we're going to go a lot more into this on the podcast on Wednesday. What do we start with here, dude? Do we start with the
defense?
Okay, let's start with the defense. And we got to first chalk it off. We got to give a huge congratulations, don't we?
Oh, big time. First, Sean Lemon. Friend of the show, was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, finally got the 100th sack of his career. I had a feeling when he didn't get the sack last week against Ottawa in Ottawa, I figured, okay, maybe he's saving it for the hometown fans. And sure enough, they were treated to that 100th sack. And congratulations to Sean. Absolutely outstanding stuff. He's had a hell of a career. Still not done yet. He still's got more sacks in him. There's no question about that. But for him to finally be able to get that 100th sack, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, that's true. And also we can't forget a part of the defense today, obviously besides holding them scoreless through 3 again, Tyrese Beverett and his scoop score TD.
Yeah, credit first to Reggie Stubblefield for a great strip sack. Tyrese Beverett takes the ball, rumbles into the end zone. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, so that we had some batted balls. I think another sack by Ugalak, if I'm not mistaken.
Ugalak was on fire again. This young man is really making a case for himself. You talk about the rookies on this defense. There's a lot of guys that weren't on this team last year, and they're just showing up and showing out in a big way. Talk about Lowell Ugalak, Reggie Stubblefield, Kabian Ento. My God, these are the young men that are really stepping up and really making a name for themselves. We talk about who's going to be the nominee for the Alouettes for Rookie of the Year. Stubblefield, Ugalak, Tyler Snead. Wow.
And obviously in our hearts, Austin Mack.
Well, yeah, unofficially.
I told you we got to have that. We got to come up with that new award.
We got to do something for him. My God. He has just been outstanding this year, and yeah, it's unfortunate. Yes, his first year playing in the Canadian Football League, but because he has NFL experience, does not qualify as Rookie of the Year, which is a shame, but it is what it is.
It is. And I can say the defense ended up the day with having 5 sacks, pressure all day. Justin Crum could do absolutely nothing. Obviously, they came back in with Arbuckle in the fourth quarter once again to see if they can get them on. But
that's where the scoop and score happened, or the strip sack scoop and score happened with Arbuckle as quarterback. So
yeah, besides an early interception by Cody Fajardo, in a pass that really should not have been thrown at all. Cody did have a pretty good game. I mean, 28 of 32, 272, 1-1. That one touchdown, it was just another amazing touchdown to Tyson Philpott.
I mean, Tyson was on an island. He was just all by himself, and the defender Brackley escorted him to the end zone.
Yeah, I know.
You love to see it. And Caleb Evans also got into the act, rumbling in for a QB sneak touchdown. Again, outstanding work by this offense to really make things happen.
Yeah. Obviously, with Walter Fletcher starting this week for William Stanback, he did a very decent job. I mean, 14 attempts for 43 yards. We talked to him post-game afterwards. He wasn't 100% happy with what he had, but it's fully understandable, but he's making the most of his chances, though.
100%. And Jeshua Antwi as well had a major run. I believe it was 35 yards. Outstanding stuff. I mean, we've come to expect this from him. That's what this three-headed monster is all about here in Montreal when it comes to the backfield. You got Stanback, you got Antwi, you've got Fletcher. These are any combination of these guys are going to make great things happen.
Yeah.
And today it happened to be Fletcher, Antwi. Outstanding stuff from both of these men, and hopefully William Stanback will be okay for the game on Saturday in Edmonton. I mean, this is a good problem to have. So you have 3 outstanding running backs. I mean, Cody Fajardo's just got to be thrilled. If things aren't working, and he had a little bit of the happy feet again today, but had a couple of really nice runs too. So
27 yards on the day.
Yeah, so we don't need him to be the leading rusher.
No, we don't. By the way,
he was not.
One of the things you need to keep track of, and we'll be watching the Alouette reports and whatnot, look like Joshua Entry may have sustained a lower body injury late in the game. But again, it's something that we've spoken post-game. We're going to keep an eye on it, and if we happen to hear anything, we'll make sure we let you know. Or, if the Alouettes do, let the information be known. But we're expecting him to be, obviously, to be playing this coming Saturday in Edmonton.
Yeah, and once again, unfortunately, with the win today, because Hamilton also won, that doesn't mean that they clinched their home playoff game just yet.
Magic number's 1.
The magic number is 1. So now, this coming week, the Alouettes are going to be in Edmonton to take on the Elks. The Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on Vernon Adams and the BC Lions. This could, again, depending on what happens, I mean, if there's an opportunity for Montreal to clinch second place, it would be this coming weekend. Because otherwise, you're going to have to come back here. The Alouettes have a bye week after this Saturday, and the last home game of the regular season is against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And ideally, Montreal would want to get this squared away before that particular playoff game, or before that particular regular season game.
Yeah, I agree. And again, it's good to see Austin Mack back on the field. He made his presence be known. He did have 40 yards, but the leading receiver today was Tyson Philpott. 6 receptions, 6 targets, Cliff, 90 yards. And that one tutty. So
and also named the player of the game by the Alouettes as well.
That's right. Yeah, Budweiser player of the game. So obviously, there's a lot more to talk about on the podcast this week. Also, we want to at least mention too that if you happen to watch the Turf District podcast, please tune in on Tuesday as Cliff and I will be joining the crew over there to preview the game for this Saturday in Edmonton. And also. You may see us on Field of the Commonwealth post game next week for the Flightdeck Live. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I also want to give a quick shout out to everybody who attended the fan meetup today. It was so great to see a lot of people out there with their Flightdeck shirts, kind of like this. It was just awesome to meet so many great fans, great listeners. Absolutely fun atmosphere at the tailgate, as always, especially for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's just absolutely a blast.
It's our Labor Day, dude. It's our Labor Day.
It truly is. But we want to, once again, thank everybody who showed up for this. Hopefully this is the first of many. This is our first time putting together a fan meetup, and it was great to see everybody, great to see a great turnout, and hopefully it's going to just lead to bigger and better things to come for.
And obviously, thanks to Le Gars qui vivent.
Yeah, they got Kiviv, Claude Martel with his tailgate crew. Absolutely outstanding job. Knocked it out of the park as per usual. They were very welcoming to us. We definitely appreciate that. It's, again, hopefully this is the first of many fan events that we'll be able to do on behalf of the Alouettes Flight Deck for you, the listeners.
Exactly. So stay tuned for all to come here on the Alouettes Flight Deck. This live will be archived very shortly, but again, you can watch it on all of our socials. So for everybody here at Percival Molson Stadium, we want to wish you a very happy Canadian Thanksgiving as the Alouettes win 29-3 over the Ottawa RedBlacks. For Cliffy D, I'm Tim Capper. Go eat some turkey, dudes. Gobble, gobble.